Another day, another story. 2 active-duty U.S. Army soldiers and 1 former soldier were arrested in Oregon on Thursday for their alleged roles in gathering and sending sensitive information to individuals in China, the Department of Justice said. The accused are Jian Zhao and Li Tian, who were stationed at Joint Base Lewis McChord, and former soldier Ruoyo Duan. All 3 are charged with conspiring to commit bribery and theft of government property. Welcome to Tabo Eminent Channel. Zhao is facing additional charges of conspiring to obtain and transmit national defense information to an individual not authorized to receive it. The defendants arrested today are accused of betraying our country, actively working to weaken America's defense capabilities and empowering our adversaries in China, said Attorney General Pam Bondi. They will face swift, severe, and comprehensive justice. U.S. Army soldier charged over alleged hacking of Trump. Harris phone records a U.S. Army badge. The Department of Justice announced indictments against 3 U.S. Army soldiers, 2 active duty and 1 former, for their alleged roles in gathering and selling sensitive information to China. Beata Zawarzal, Noor Photo via Getty Images, Duan and Tian are accused of conspiring with each other to surreptitiously gather sensitive military information related to the United States Army's operational capabilities, from November 28, 2021, to at least December 19, 2024, the DOJ said. Information included that of technical manuals and military weapon systems, specifically Bradley and Stryker U.S. Army fighting vehicles. Active duty Army officer Tian was tasked with gathering the above information for former soldier Duan in return for money, the DOJ said. Zhao, an active duty Army supply sergeant, allegedly began conspiring to obtain and send national defense information to people in China sometime in July 2024. Specifically, Zhao was charged for his conspiracy to collect and transmit several classified hard drives, including hard drives marked secret and top secret, negotiating with individuals based in China for their sale, and agreeing to send the classified hard drives to the individuals in China, according to the DOJ. Attorney General Pam Bondi Attorney General Bondi said the 3 men charged are accused of betraying our country in an effort to empower China. He allegedly received at least $10,000 in exchange for the classified hard drives. Army soldier sentenced to 14 years for ISIS plot to kill U.S. forces. After requesting he serve 40 years, he is also accused of conspiring to sell a computer stolen from the U.S. government and sensitive military documents and information, including information related to the High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, HIMARS, and military readiness in the event of a conflict with China. Zhao allegedly accepted around $5,000 in payments for the aforementioned items. Zhao is alleged to have violated his duties as a U.S. Army soldier and public official to protect sensitive military information in exchange for money, the DOJ said. Entrance to Joint Base Lewis McChord. 2 of the men accused are Jian Zhao and Li Tian, who were both stationed at Joint Base Lewis McChord in Washington state. Mike Harrington, special agent in charge of the FBI's Seattle field office, described the behavior of all 3 as unconscionable. These arrests should send a message to would-be spies that we and our partners have the will and the ability to find you, track you down, and hold you to account, Harrington said. Protecting the nation's secrets, especially those necessary to preserve our military advantage and protect our troops, is one of the FBI's top priorities. Click here to get the Fox News app. FBI Director Kash Patel said the man will face American justice after stealing America's defense intelligence capabilities and empowering adversaries like China in betrayal of our country. This is a serious case of alleged espionage and national security violations. The arrests of these individuals highlight the ongoing risks of foreign intelligence operations targeting U.S. military personnel and sensitive information. Given the nature of the allegations, selling classified hard drives marked secret and top secret, this could have significant implications for U.S. defense strategies, especially regarding military readiness in potential conflicts. The swift action by the DOJ and FBI underscores how seriously the U.S. government takes such threats. The recent arrests of active-duty U.S. Army soldiers Jian Zhao and Li Tian, along with former soldier Ruoyo Duan, on charges of espionage and conspiracy to commit bribery and theft of government property, underscore the persistent threat of foreign intelligence operations targeting U.S. military personnel. This case is part of a broader pattern of espionage activities involving China and the United States. Notable espionage cases involving China: Ron Rockwell Hansen, 2018, a former Defense Intelligence Agency officer and U.S. Army veteran. Hansen was arrested in 2018 for attempting to transmit national defense information to China. He pleaded guilty in 2019 and was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison. Ji Chaochun, 2022, a Chinese national residing in Chicago. Ji was convicted in 2022 for spying on behalf of China's Ministry of State Security. He had enlisted in the U.S. Army Reserves under the Military Accessions Vital to the National Interest (MAVNI) program and was sentenced to 8 years in prison in early 2023. Corbijn Schultz, 2024, a U.S. Army intelligence analyst. Schultz pleaded guilty in August 2024 to charges of conspiring to sell military secrets to China. He had transmitted sensitive military documents, including information on U.S. military weapons systems and tactics, in exchange for approximately $42,000. His sentencing is scheduled for January 2025. Implications for national security. These cases highlight the ongoing efforts by foreign intelligence services to infiltrate U.S. institutions and obtain sensitive information. They underscore the critical need for robust counterintelligence measures and vigilance within the military and other government agencies to protect national security interests. The recent arrests of active-duty U.S. Army soldiers Jian Zhao and Li Tian, along with former soldier Ruoyo Duan, on charges of espionage and conspiracy to commit bribery and theft of government property, underscore the persistent threat of foreign intelligence operations targeting U.S. military personnel. This case is part of a broader pattern of espionage activities involving both state and non-state actors. Notable espionage cases: Jack Teixeira, 2023, an airman in the Massachusetts Air National Guard. Teixeira was arrested in April 2023 for unauthorized retention and transmission of national defense information. He pleaded guilty in March 2024 and was sentenced to 15 years in prison in November 2024. Paul Whelan, 2018, a former U.S. Marine. Whelan was arrested in Russia in December 2018 on espionage charges and sentenced to 16 years in prison in June 2020. He was released in a prisoner exchange in August 2024. Bulgarian spy ring, 2025. 3 Bulgarians residing in the UK were convicted in March 2025 for spying on behalf of Russia. Their operations included surveillance of Ukrainian soldiers at a U.S. military base in Germany and plotting against journalists critical of the Kremlin. Implications for national security. These cases highlight the ongoing efforts by foreign intelligence services to infiltrate U.S. institutions and obtain sensitive information. They underscore the critical need for robust counterintelligence measures and vigilance within the military and other government agencies to protect national security interests. Thanks for watching. Request you to subscribe the channel.